Okay, good evening, folks. It is quarter past 10 on the 19th of April 2010. I'll just do a quick video here on today's events and what I'll be looking for in the coming sessions. We'll start in this US dollar yen. It's basically been the main kind of pair that's been setting up recently. Just ignore this because for some reason I'm missing some data here and still trying to get a hold of MIG to get this problem sorted. But as you know, I've been saying now since we removed this level to the close, so for a few weeks now that I was waiting to come back to this level to buy, and you can see in the monthly we've tested the level as well, and I was hoping sort of to see a good bounce from here. Luckily, we've actually had a TD buy set up here on the daily charts, which completes today at the close, and also we had a TDF buy set up on the 4 hour, which is where I went long. So currently long there on a couple of positions, and first target is 93. I'll say 93.40 there is where I'll take initial profits and move the rest to break even, and then at that point I'll hold the rest, probably for that first weekly target there at 95. I might take probably some more out at that level and then some more out at the 98, which is the first target level there. Hopefully, if this plays out. But I mean, as I was waiting a while on this bounce and looking for a reaction here, the reaction that I'm seeing so far is quite positive. The fact that we did actually get a 9 count buy setup right at that level, which is really good, and we managed to hold it to the weekly close. So anyway, thus far it looks quite promising anyway. So we'll see how that one goes. Second pair here is the Aussie dollar, which I've also been waiting to get back to this 91.80 area, which it's done today, and we've bounced actually from the TDST support. It's not the real TDST support though, but I marked that out 91.29. But I mean, this is where the bounce has come from, but it's supposed to be the low of the sequence, which is the low of this bar. But anyway, still a long way to go on this one anyway. We can still buy on a retest of any bearish thrusts high that's removed to the close. So I mean, it's an okay thing. I was going to try and go long this afternoon. I was looking for a bounce from this level here, which never came. The 5 minute buy signal came too early. Then obviously we came down to this to make this bottom here, and there was no signal here either, so couldn't really take that either. But I'm not really too bothered about that. Like I say, if this is really going to be a trend and a proper breakout, it's got a long way to go anyway. So if we don't get a chance until we get above here, then so be it. Possibly we could fail here and come back down, so basically keeping us out of a bad trade. But I mean, it was an okay chance to go long today, especially because we had made the 4 hour, but it wasn't quite as strong, I feel, as the US dollar yen option there, because we'd actually made a daily setup. I mean, if we'd have made a daily setup here on the Aussie, then yeah, for sure I'd have gone straight in on the 4 hour setup. I mean, it looks good, okay, but I'd rather wait and see how this one develops. But it's starting to look okay now. As I've been hoping this one's going to develop. Euro pound has caused a few problems today with this gap open. Everything was looking quite good. We had the test here, but then we opened up above it. But to be honest, the way that we've come back down and failed and closed below it again tonight, I think this could be just a sort of a resumption of the price action. So I would actually look again at this 88.04 level if we manage to get up there tomorrow. And we're only 12 pips away from it at the moment, which is it seems like nothing, but it still takes quite a lot for the pound, the euro pound to do that. Sorry, what did I say? 88.04. That's right. Yeah, so we're not too far away, but you can see on a 5 minute chart, it's still quite a lot of work to get up there. I mean, I would still keep an eye on that level tomorrow to look to sell. Things are still looking fairly bearish for an attack on this trend line tomorrow. Sorry, sometime this week. So, and there's a bit of a bullish pattern developing here on the monthly. So I would certainly look at this 88.04 level tomorrow, protected all the way up to the 88.40, yesterday's high, as a good point again to try and look to go short here tomorrow. And yeah, see how it goes. Seeing a bit of a bounce in the euro, in the yen pairs today, obviously based on the 9 count buy setup that we're seeing on the US dollar yen. But again, this is just a complete mess here. Quite a messy sort of chart. Quite volatile, hard to get involved. So quite gladly staying away. Gap lower again in the euro, but it's recovered. Just not a hell of a lot to say on these pairs. Same thing here on the chief. Setting up okay for a sell, but again that's sort of changed again, and we've bounced off this weekly support today. So yeah, nothing really there. And again, same kind of thing with this yen, but I still think the pound yen's going to struggle around when it gets up to this 142.58 level. Definitely. And I mean, if it gets through there on an intraday basis tomorrow, 143.21 level should really cap it from there. So I still think it would be worth trying to go short at this point. I mean, we've made a new low today, a lower low, if you like, from the last sort of peak down that we had. So yeah, I would still look to go short here because there is a lot of room here to the downside. And as you know, the sort of bullish stance has been taken out by last week's outside bearish thrust bar. It's quite a bearish signal, that, so just ignore what's going on so far in the week. It's only one day into the week, so I would still be fairly confident to look to sell that level if possible. And so the pound's had a good recovery here again today. I wouldn't be so confident on looking at this pound, to be honest. As I say, it could be quite difficult to trade. We do have that 5371 level, which was removed to the close, only just a big gap. So again, I think that level could be pretty strong as well, although we're seeing a pull up in the market initially this week. It could be a level to follow. I mean, all of these levels, these are just basically levels that I'm looking at that I would maybe look to sell, but the real sort of signals are like the US dollar yen, the Aussie dollar and the euro pound at the moment. They're the ones that are in their early stages of a trend where I would really look to get involved, whereas the likes of the pound yen and pound dollar, these are levels that I would favour to sell from, and this would be on like a 5 minute chart, taking quite low risk and looking to maybe hold it longer term, just because it's how I kind of view the market going. Okay, so this US dollar CAD, obviously, as I've been saying, I'm totally bearish at this pair. Okay, we had a big day on Friday, but it's no surprise to me that we've come off of that today. Any gains that we tried to make today, just a pity we didn't get up to that 242 level. As I said, that would be an ideal level to sell. The way we're looking to close tonight, it's a bit of a topish candle, so we could see a bit of a move down from here. But again, I would need to see it come now below this bullish thrusts low to look to get involved. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fairly bearish close, this. So I mean, I guess if I was to there's some junk mail. If I was to give any kind of bias here, I would say that, I mean, we made it up to the 214, some sort of 30 pips away from my target, but it's showing bearish signals already of failure. So yeah, I would suggest that it could make a sort of a top here. But again, it's not quite hit my level, so I'm quite happy to stay out. I'm not really too fussed. Finally, US dollar chief, just basically nothing, as it has been for a while. So yeah, so that's basically it. We can see this US dollar yen moving up nicely now, and hopefully that continues, and we see the sort of resumption of this new burst higher that we had, and we'll move up to take out this TD ST resistance at 95.28. Okay, good night guys, cheers.